Alright, we're live, Mike.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Good evening.
Hello.
Hey.
Lou, did you just do like a regal bow there with that good evening?
Sure, we'll go with that.
Awesome. As you can tell, we got some people on deck for this one.
Yippee!
If you're not good with voices, I'll go ahead and read them out. We got Ace, Blue, Iron, and Morwin.
Hello.
Howdy, howdy.
Hello, part 2.
Fucking, I know a bunch of people have been waiting very patiently for Slay the Princess. You finally rewarded. We were playing Slay the Princess tonight. I don't know how long.
Patience to ever be rewarded ever again.
Yeah, I mean, even the people who are being patient with their fucking Humo coins aren't being rewarded yet, so, you know.
Okay.
I smack you on the head. You sit down.
Well.
You used your Humo coin and you're like, hey, can you read the Bible? And I'm like,
What do you mean?
Me with my streams where I'm trying not to do super long things. Hey, do you want to do this super long thing?
It's not that long.
Oh yeah? Not that long, huh?
Can you say what it is or no? Until then. Oh.
Let me see here.
It'd be like a 3 or 4 stream thing.
Not that long, he
Okay,
says, and then
okay.
proceeds to say it'll take about 3 to 4 streams.
And
Brother,
that's-
I think you need a couple more Humo coins for
That's
that.
That thing is too, is that like, that depends on how long the streams are.
3 to 4 business days.
Because if he does his average like 2-hour stream thing, then that's a lot more than
It'd
just
be like
4 or 5 streams.
It's not that long.
it'd be like in that same like time vein of like a Snooter one he played.
Okay, here's the question: is it voice acted?
No.
No.
Did you voice act when you played through it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And then it's gonna take us for fucking ever.
No.
Yeah, huh?
Maybe. I don't know. You know.
I want to wrap my hands around your neck sometimes.
I'm gonna throttle you.
Have
on.
confidence, man.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
It's not that long. It's a little long. Okay, maybe it is long. Ugh. All right.
It's not
Fucking.
crazy long though, but you know, knowing how we tend to get into these situations.
Look, that's all I'm saying. I just want the acknowledgement that, like, yeah, it probably will take a while. All right. And then the fact that if I start it, people are gonna be like, hey, streamer, when are you gonna do Until Then again? And I have to tell them, sorry, I'm not doing another stream of it because I have other things I was trying to get around to. The only reason that fucking Changed got done for 1 Humo coin is because I ended up locking in on it. And was like, wait, I gotta see it to the end.
I still find it surreal that
Can
that
you
was the
also do
cause
that
of
in
that.
one stream?
Correct.
Mm-hmm. It was like a, what, 8-hour stream?
About 7-8 hour stream.
I want to say it was like a fucking situation where we were like, oh, I think this would probably be a good like midpoint, right? And then I don't know if it was like Iron or Ace was like, oh, if you go a little bit further, that might be a better one. And then we just kind of fucking were like, oh, we've reached the point where we're like 3/4 through. We should just go ahead and finish it. We're almost there.
Let's go.
Ah, the classic dilemma.
Didn't we say that around like the 4-hour mark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I think it was.
Nice thing about this game though is that it does have several endings, but you can always go back to it and get more.
Right. So I'm figuring what's gonna happen is I'll probably play for like a good 3.5 hours here, see what we got.
Oh, you'll definitely get an ending by then.
Well, yeah, I figure at least one ending, right? And then if I feel like it, probably revisit in like a future stream to look at some of the other stuff. This is just a way so that people can see my initial reactions to princess killing.
Mm-hmm.
Or other assorted tests.
I was questioning it earlier in the VC, like how would this go since it's all voice acted.
I think it'll be just a lot of like introspection about the decisions and what to do.
Yeah, we'll just
we'll
be talking
the
over
other
it.
little devils on Humo's shoulder.
Okay, so I
That
do
as
have
well.
one question.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a game where you have to get ending, like certain endings to get other endings, or can you get all endings from the rip?
Yes.
I asked this or that. Huh?
Both are true.
Oh, lovely.
No, that can't be true. 2 + 2 can't equal 4 and 5.
Humo, you're gonna find out how this game works, and yes, both are true.
Huh?
I'll be real, Humo, he's not wrong.
How
Yeah,
does that
he's
make?
really not.
But
I am 100. I'm not even lying
I'm just
to you.
as
He's not
confused.
wrong.
It'll all make sense once you start.
You will just have to play and find out.
I'm blinking, but okay. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Yeah, okay.
This is a love story.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Grabs my knife.
I know nothing about this game, like, at all.
I have
So-
played this game a little bit. I have gotten a few endings, and
I
I still have
100%.
only like scratched the surface.
I see.
100%
The
so.
fucking settings are called preferences. Very good.
Well, we're playing in a Ren'Py, so
I was about to say, this looks very familiar. Put that to there, put that to there, put that to there.
The art is amazing.
very good.
It's very
It's very stylish.
Mm-hmm.
Storybook S, some might say.
All right, new game. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. Hey, don't be assigning labels to me.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
The fuck is the princess doing there?
You're here
You
to
kidnap
slay
her.
her.
Timo.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Aye, aye, Captain. Explore. Buh!
You got a lot of options, dog.
What a Jesus.
How you feeling today?
Would you like to open up your pack, grab the beans, and start roasting them over a fire to eat so that way you have the strength to kill the princess? Or would you like to walk down the path? Fuck.
Yeah.
The
Really
end of
a
the
good little
world?
point just
What
going,
are you
"End of
talking
You're
about?
inquisitive.
Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution. Silently
Based.
continue to the cabin, turn around and leave.
Is there a fucking ending
You
for
make your
just
way up
leaving?
the short
Yes.
path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat,
She would
and
eat hot
do
chip.
everything in her power to
Mhm.
stop
And
you from
lie.
slaying her. Don't believe a word
Benefit.
she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Hey, that's not my voice.
Ignore
sure
him.
isn't.
He doesn't know what he's
Correct.
talking about.
Proceed.
I got flashbacks to that one.
We
The
gonna fuck this
interior of the
bitch up.
cabin is almost entirely
Grab the
bare.
knife.
The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You mean to tell me I didn't bring nothing?
I was about to say,
do
brother
you
didn't
mean?
bring
You got
his
a knife
own
right
fucking
there.
weapon.
Bitch, I did not bring that. That is a Deus Ex Machina right there.
Strangle her.
So,
or something.
hold on,
I
hold
don't
on,
Hey,
know.
hold
don't
on,
do
hold
it,
on,
man.
hold
It's
on.
destiny. Don't worry about it.
Hold on. So this dude trekked through the forest at night with no weapons to defend himself.
Well, forget like the forest. I mean, he had a mission to kill somebody.
I
he just
mean,
didn't bring
not
it.
just that, but
Yeah.
like, it's
Like-
like if you were like Agent 47, right? And you didn't bring like your fucking guns with you, and you're just like, well, okay, that's a
Well,
bad one because
you
Agent
didn't know
47
I was
always
gonna
does
say
that.
that.
Yeah,
You.
he can do that. Yeah.
Okay, let's say you're an assassin going to assassinate the king, and you get to his bedchamber, and you look around, and you're like, man, I really hope he's got a sword around here.
I hope he left his dagger on his nightstand for me to
But you
shake
have
him in the
hands to
spleen.
strangle them with.
All right.
Well,
It's like you
the
didn't know
blade's
you
here.
were.
I'll
The
take the
blade
knife.
is
Take
here.
the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
I fucking
No,
I
you'd handle
I
it
could no
fine.
differ.
I can solo her.
Good luck, friend.
In
The door
fact,
to the
that's what I'm gonna do
basement
next
creaks
time.
open, revealing a staircase faintly
bring the
illuminated by an
dagger.
unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
It's mercy killing, really.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
You really feel like you have to convince me here. You told me that she's gonna end the world. Okay, I'm killing her. Sorry.
Right?
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
All right, where's
There's
the
a heavy
stab her
chain
button?
around her wrist, binding her to the far
Well,
wall.
he has to
of the
finish
basement.
talking
Yeah,
first.
he's the narrator for a reason.
I don't care.
man.
Skip.
She's
Wait
so
your turn,
coldly
buddy.
beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
I don't like that this isn't chained to her other arm. She's gonna grab me and try to parry
and
me.
there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
She's got some confidence about her.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
You want to know something, Hemo?
What's up?
You're playing this exactly how I imagined you would play this. At least first go around.
Oh,
Yeah, that's about what I
we're
expected.
talking then. Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
See
The voice in my
development.
head calls me Stud Muffin.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
What about the
You should
Glock?
just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Parries you and starts beating your ass.
Did
I
she
mean,
slay
it
the
says
princess?
the word.
Forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Again! Again!
Oh. This is
Wasn't
it,
expecting that,
isn't
huh,
it?
bitch?
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder. Do
She's
you
talking a lot
actually
for a bitch
believe
that's
this
dying.
was enough to kill me?
Curb stomp.
There you go.
It's like she's convinced
So it
she
begins.
can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well.
Shut up. Let me fucking crush your skull now with my boot.
But it's over, isn't it?
The
No.
light
She
out of
stopped
her eye.
breathing moments
It's,
ago.
this,
That arrogant
she's
look
gonna
still
phase
plastered
two.
on
I
her
can't let
face.
that happen.
She's not a
Is it
Terraria
over?
boss.
She's a
Really?
Dark
She's not
Souls
some-
boss.
She's not Supreme Calamitous or
Words.
something.
That was
Of course it is. She's dead. Bye. I'm
It's
out.
over.
Game over. Later.
Ladies and gentlemen,
With
it's
your work
just that
done,
easy.
You make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Goodbye.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
She better not be standing there.
Only
I hope she
a
is.
world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing.
Ah,
at
great.
all.
She sent me to the fucking
Where a
Torment
lush forest
Nexus.
stood mere minutes ago. The only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness. of
Wait,
some
if she
place
dies,
far
does it
away.
remove? Does it like destroy the world?
What?
She is my world.
Everyone
The
is
inner
fine.
machinations of
It's just that
Lenny's
you and the
mind.
cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good.
Now you're stuck in the
Everyone
cabin.
is happy.
Oh,
I was kind of.
okay.
I'm so glad you're keeping an open mind. This is what's best for
Yeah,
everyone.
good job, buddy.
Trust
This is
You
your
did it.
reward.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years.
They're gonna
or
send someone to
even
kill you now,
decades.
Humo.
It's all a wonderful.
I've got my knife
You're
though.
now
I gotta
the
go grab the
danger.
knife.
You've never
You
been happier.
accomplished the objective.
Hey,
Yeah, but that involves
not just
going
gonna
back
stay
and
here
facing
forever,
phase
right?
2.
Slayed the
But-
princess.
Push
You
me.
don't want to
I-
end the world, though, right?
Of course,
I
man.
like
I
it.
like it.
really? Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. Please shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here. The little voices, please, fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Good ending. You did.
You
You
did
saved
it.
everyone. Yippee!
Hey,
All right, guys.
Yeah,
Good stream.
Totally.
woo!
Yeah, but awesome stream.
That was
Thank you, everyone.
amazing.
10 out of 10.
10 out of
Best
10.
ending.
See,
So proud
roll
of you, Himo,
credits.
you did
Blue,
it.
give me
The
back
world
my brain
credits and
cell.
everything. That's it. Good job. So, what you didn't know is that this entire game was like a psyop.
What if the game just uninstalled itself right there?
I would fucking be
I mean, you might as well. I mean, you hit the good ending.
Yeah,
What
it
else is
doesn't
there
get better
to
than
do?
that.
You did the thing that's in the title.
Yeah.
later.
I mean, roll credits. Like, here we
Slay the
are.
princess.
The
Like,
only
oh my
thing
God.
missing was the fucking narrator saying, "Would you kindly?" All right, that's about it.
Would you kindly stab her in the heart?
Good job, everybody. All right, go home, chat. Get out of here.
I'm sorry.
Yep, you got your stream. That's it.
You're not allowed here anymore. Bye.
Never ask for Slay the Princess again.
Like I said, your patience will never be rewarded.
Doesn't that feel great?
Yeah.
It was crazy that like all these people worked on all this for like 10 minutes of gameplay, but like, hey, you know,
I know it's wild.
game production's hard.
I did tell
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
The artwork's good though.
Yeah.
There's actually no other endings.
It was actually, in my opinion, for a little joke project, a little bit too much, but you know.
Whoa.
You know,
Everything
the
for the
best
bit,
jokes
right?
have the most, like,
That's a
you
lot
know,
of alpha testers.
They're really cheering, man.
I had to really make sure that's 10 minutes were perfect.
Yeah.
Peak cinema.
Sometimes
What a
10 minutes
lot of
is all you
effort for
need.
Such a great little joke.
Yay, 3 songs!
You did it!
Ooh.
No, I'm good. Bye.
All right.
That's the game, guys.
Okay, I'll go back in. Do I hit
Now we
continue
gotta
or a new
leave
game?
immediately.
Hit continue.
Yeah, continue.
Are you sure? I feel as though I need to hit new game.
I don't think you were supposed to slay her yet, Yumo.
No, it's fine.
No, he did what he was supposed to do.
Your honor.
Skip. Alright, what do we got here? End of the world.
Let's
Bye.
leave
Seriously?
immediately.
You're just going to
Yeah, I'm
turn
done.
around and leave?
Yeah. Fuck this. You didn't pay me enough.
Let's see here. Okay, fine. You're persistent. I'll go to the cabin. I'll slay the princess. Ugh. No. I'll go to the cabin. I'll talk to the princess. No. I definitely know where I'm going. Nope. Only thing that matters to me is I'm not going. The cabin. I am not going to the cabin. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. Gonna go walk in the opposite direction now. Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I don't know if you've noticed, I'm ignoring
That's
all
strange.
voices.
It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's
voices would
back
never
on
be
track
wrong.
again. Maybe the world can
That
still
is
be
some
saved after
fucking
all.
DM D&D shenanigans
Turn around,
right
leave again.
there.
You're keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Nope, bye.
Your silence is deafening. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that?
Surely this
You're at
path
the
of
cabin
spite.
again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Unless
It's
I
fake
turn
enough.
around and I'm in the cabin, I'm not going in the
This is-
cabin.
This is 100% like a DM trying to keep his party where the fuck he wants him to go in his story, and the party's just doing everything to
I killed
just
a
say,
merchant.
fuck you.
Oh yeah,
is
well I
letting you
guess
be
I started
empty,
walking in a different direction. Again, in fact, I'm gonna just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of
There's
this
always
place.
a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived,
Stop
as well as for everyone
metagaming.
who ever will.
Don't care, I
And
didn't
here we
ask.
go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you
That's a lot of
start to realize that
cabins!
Those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path.
Hey,
and a
buddy.
cabin.
Man, they're gentrifying the
And not
forest.
a cabin,
Damn.
the cabin. An infinite fractal
This is
of
how
paths and
suburbias are
cabins,
created.
desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait,
Everyone wants
What's
to
going on?
live on the
you're too
mountainside,
stubborn for that.
but
We're
they
not
don't
getting out of
want to
this
take
one,
care
fellas.
of it.
It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
Yeah.
You've doomed us all.
Yeah,
you know
that's a
that,
pissed
right?
off DM.
Of course you do. Otherwise, you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death.
You know, you are the DM. You could have just told me no, you don't turn around and made me go in the cabin, but I mean, you gave me choice.
Could have made me roll
You lose
for
track
it.
of just
Could have
how
made me
long you
roll to
spend
leave.
aimlessly
No.
tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Boo-womp.
Damn.
Yay!
Chapter 2, The Stranger.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
You better
The
not
basement
give
of
me
that
certain choices,
is a
DM.
princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end
Wait,
of the
did the
world.
DM put up a wall? Can I not
Yeah.
It
go
looks
another
like
way?
he did.
We'll wait
What
until
the
we find
fuck?
that out,
This is
but-
bullshit.
Yeah, I get it. I'm going to the cabin. Yep, okay. Heading to the cabin now, where I'm definitely gonna slay that princess. Getting a terrible
Hold on, they
sensitivity
brought up the
move.
walls. Hold on, Hemo, scroll down.
Yeah,
a
yeah,
bit.
yeah,
Scroll
yeah.
back
I
down.
gotta go through these. Hold up. Wait, hasn't this happened already? Okay, no.
No.
You aren't kidding. She actually ended the world last time, didn't she? What the hell is she? Oh, you bastard, you're in for it now. But I died, the whole world ended. Those walls were in here last time. You can't just force me to go to the
What are
cabin.
you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been
Yeah,
there.
by the way, if it
It
says
makes sense
explore,
if
that
you
means
if there
it
weren't
doesn't
any walls in
progress
the woods,
to the
someone
next
might have
thing.
gotten lost.
Right, extrapolate.
Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
Yeah, but that other person could have
He
killed the
doesn't remember
princess
what
instead of
happened,
me. The
then
fuck?
Maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
I like this guy.
He might have
Same.
walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day. If by ruining mine,
Yes.
you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it?
I
We
don't
should be
like this
careful.
guy.
For all we know, we just got lucky. The
He's a
world hasn't
hero.
ended yet. And you are
He's a
never
bit of
going
a
to slay
bitch.
her with that attitude. Stuff those
Well.
pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Yep, okay. Headed to the cabin now, where I'm definitely gonna say that
You
princess.
know I can tell when you're lying, right?
Nuh-uh.
Please take this seriously. I am begging you.
Can't make me
A
do
warning.
shit.
Before you go any further, she will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything.
Ah,
If
that-
we're stuck
yep.
going in there, maybe
Wait,
we
wait.
should believe her.
So the shit
Maybe
he's
she
doing.
isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
Alright, going in.
The cabin interior
That.
is
Uh-oh.
a confusing
up down here?
patchwork of many cabin interiors,
Whoa.
all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Is that
If you want us
so?
to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No,
He's got
we're
a point.
taking the knife.
Yeah.
Have you seen
I'm
this
with
place?
Iron. He's got a point.
We have literally
Flashback to
no
me
idea
stabbing
what
the
to expect,
princess.
no idea what we're dealing
Right?
with.
I don't know about
But
that,
she
guys.
is capable of ending the world.
I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess.
Yeah, but what if she didn't end the world? What if the
How many times
narrator
do I
did
have
for
to
the
explain
funny?
This incredibly simple and straightforward
narrator
premise?
said
I
that
did
was
piss him
possible.
off pretty bad.
He
You
deserves
can't
it though.
just say that. But when everything here is so
He just wants to
wrong.
save the world.
Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going
And
to
then
slay
keep
her,
me locked
you
in the
cannot
cabin?
let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together.
Nuh-uh, watch this.
Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to
Yeah,
us.
call him out.
I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind.
Grab knife, drop and hole.
Yes, take a deep
Yes.
breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard.
This guy rocks.
Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever
Did
you're
we
ready,
check out the mirror?
we're all waiting for you to complete
can't
a
do
very
anything right now?
important task.
I mean, when we get control. I should have clarified.
Approach the mirror. Take the blade. Oh yeah, hey, talk about that.
We should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun?
I'm gonna be the princess.
You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing
The
else
fuck
in
you
here.
mean? Don't lie to me.
You do
Don't
not recognize the mirror on the
lie to
wall.
me.
You do not recognize the mirror on the wall.
There's
There
definitely
is no mirror
a
on the
mirror.
wall.
Okay, narrator.
There isn't. You insisting it isn't
Yes,
there
the fuck
just
there
makes
is.
me want to look at it even more.
We should check out that mirror.
Why
I
would
want
you
to see
lie
how
about that?
That isn't there.
handsome I am.
I also want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome
We
I
shouldn't
am.
waste time preening. If he is lying about the mirror, it might be important. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do? So we're all in agreement then. We're looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Approach mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
Reach forward and rub your hand against the
Dragon.
I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago.
Oh.
And now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Alright, enter the basement. We don't need the
Without-
knife.
The door to the
I was
basement creaks
thinking
open,
Don't
revealing
need
a
it.
web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down.
If you slide jump in a very specific direction, you can get to King Minos pretty quick.
We got the fucking berserk stairs going on right now.
The air here has a sickening, almost
Yeah, I mean, like, if you
sludge-like
just go,
miasma
like,
to
back
it.
and forth between
The
rooms,
kind of
eventually you'll get to the
indiscernible
gas room.
quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you.
Her voice
Oh,
changed.
don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? The the fate of the world
Gonna
hinges on your
die.
success, there'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
My man.
I mean, dying is one of them.
I'm gonna take the harsh stairs to the left.
You step to the left. The path is cruel against your feet, the impact of each step sending pulsing vibrations up your legs until there's nothing left in them to feel. The air around you grows cold the further you progress. At first, a barely noticeable drop, quickly evolving into a numbing cold. Your toes
we're
feel
freezing
like
to
blocks
death.
of ice, your breaths puff out in clouds of condensed vapor.
This is what happens when
Wonder
I
if we
choose a
can
path
slide
I don't
down it.
know.
You shudder against it as you continue down the stairway,
Man,
losing
never mind,
yourself
that can't
in
be
the
a slide.
bone-deep chill.
I mean, if you're adventurous enough. Hey, what the
You
fuck?
slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
Ascending.
Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity.
What about fear and hunger?
Are you just going to stand there?
Huh?
Hello.
Hi!
What the hell was that? What happened to us?
That's
I feel
so good.
so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember. Though I'm
No,
still not
say
sure if we
again.
should
Come on.
trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit. Try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Buddy?
Or
Pal?
killed me.
That looks normal to you?
I mean, compared to going through the staircase of pain and suffering, I would say this looks relatively normal. You're apparently a threat to the world of Senator Slayer. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. Getting down here was weird. Like, I was pulled apart and put back together. You know what happened to me? Hey, can you just, like, info dump real quick? Would you happen to know?
What?
need
Like,
some of
you need
that
me to
lore.
hold your hand and tell you everything's okay? You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here?
You a bitch!
Because I was forced to be here.
We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
Yeah.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that?
Dude, that's
I
awesome.
don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back?
No, bring more.
You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time?
Well, which time?
Does it matter?
That's a great question.
Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it?
Okay, there's multiple realities. The reality where I stabbed her and then got locked into the forever cube. And then there's the reality where I said, I'm gonna keep walking away.
Whatever you saw last
Is that the
time,
one you're referring to?
unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here and you need to do it now.
Was that so?
Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more.
Yeah.
Yes, I like his idea.
Let's see.
Try and free her.
There's more of you
Now,
now.
what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
No, what do you have to say about this other princess?
I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger.
Okay.
There must be
Ah,
something
yeah!
wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
Well, I mean, you are, but
Um,
oh
She
boy,
fractures again. I don't like where this is going.
I
this
do.
is also
Neither do
a good
I,
way to hint
which is
at
why
what
you
other
need to
rats you
slay
can
her
get.
now before things get more complicated than they already are.
Nah,
How
this
would
is
we
funny.
even do that? Where would we start? Could always start by retrieving the blade. Can
No.
we even leave this place? I don't like thinking about what might happen to us if we have to go back through those stairs. Well, that's where the blade is. If you want it, you'll have to go and get it. I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Well, that's the point, isn't it? Let's see. Hey, what's your name?
You can address me as Your Royal Highness or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Okay, so Your Highness.
Princess.
Princess.
Doesn't matter. I've been down
All
here
right,
for
come
so
on,
long.
man.
What's
Dumb
the point of a
bitch.
name if there's no one around to use it?
I'm gonna call you, Glorbo. So we got Your Highness, Princess, and Glorbo.
None of them have names. How astute. I told you she was untrustworthy.
Facts.
For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. Do you know why you're down here?
Maybe it's because I'm dangerous.
Okay.
But you know, right? You
No,
have to
no
know.
idea, Glorbo.
You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it.
Glorbo, you feel more insidious than Your Highness right now, but what about you, Princess?
Don't be
Who are
coy.
you?
You both know why I'm locked away here. I'm a monster, and the second I get out of this place, I'm
Monster,
going to
that's your
end
name.
the entire world.
Okay, cool.
Okay, this was fun for a bit, but
Yeah,
we can't
well, she
even
is a
really
monster.
interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers?
Because I'm trying to fill out my wiki right now. Can you shut up?
Can't even follow what's going on anymore.
Guys, we're only 4 Princess deep, alright? Like, if you can't follow now, you're fucked. I'm sorry.
Let's
We need
get
to outta
deeper.
here. This whole place is making me itch.
Oh, now you've lost your nerve?
He's well, he is a contrarian. He can't be consistent.
Alright, if I let you out of here, what are you gonna do? I feel like I'm playing like that one fucking, like, matchmaker game where, like, the 3 contestants are behind, like, a fucking veiled door.
I don't think what I
Hey, isn't it
do
crazy that they
really
shatter like
matters,
mirror?
does it?
Oh, hey, my mirror. So,
Look at
monster
that.
doesn't matter.
I just want to live my life.
I'm running out of names. Normal. I'm just gonna call you Normal.
I'm a prisoner here, and whether or not you shoved me down here, you're practically my captor at this point. Anything I'd say is tainted by that.
Okay, no, prisoner's
Neutral.
better.
Besides, you already know what I'm going to do.
Was that you?
If you
Okay,
want
was
to put
you.
an end to me, then put an end to me.
Okay, Glorbo, like, really?
Not a single real answer. At least aside from Miss Blood and Destruction, it's infuriating, isn't it? Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under? Not exactly how I'd put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. Asking questions just seems to make things worse.
I got it. We can play Fuck, Marry, Kill.
This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this.
No, fracture one more time.
But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so
Fuck the
different?
monster. Keep the one. Kill the one in the middle, and then marry the sad one.
You're gonna marry Glorbo? Really?
Yeah.
Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her. Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Both. We do both at the same time. Yippee!
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun.
The Princess
How are we
Vortex.
supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and
Ow.
everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all
Bye.
falls apart.
That's not quite right, I don't think.
I think he's gone.
No, it's right.
We're about to fight Gygus.
We were never going
No.
to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit.
That's unfortunate.
We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
No. Sorry.
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
Alright, are you trying to, like, fucking browbeat me now?
Yeah.
It's a little late for regret.
I mean-
isn't it?
Look where that got us.
Oh, hey, look, we're doing what we were told to do, Goddess, as well, alright?
We got
Hey man, fair play. Just, you know.
We got happy ending where we were locked in the crazy box.
Hey, Humo, actions have consequences.
Yeah, they certainly do, and this is just one of them. Shrug.
Actions
fair.
having consequences in a
To be
multi-choice
fair,
game.
we did try leaving. We tried preventing this.
It's gonna be okay. That's a lie. I'll do my best. That's a lie. I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. That feels very cruel. No. You just destroyed everything. I'm not gonna fix you. I don't know if that's necessarily your fault. Oof.
You
This
always
is
have a choice.
These are rough
I mean,
choices.
doing your best isn't technically a lie.
Yeah, but if I stay quiet, I absolve myself of all sin.
But you know, we're immediately sending this to the psych eval. You will be judged.
Hands off the keyboard. I didn't do anything.
Hey, look
You
at
one of
that.
those.
But you don't know if she had the chance to hear your silence. She's gone, replaced with something else.
She's gone.
The fucking mirror.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
I'm the
There's
princess.
that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Explore. I don't know where she went. I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. The narrator's gone. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror. Yeah, let's just walk through this for a minute.
Right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. Then what the hell are we supposed to do?
Look. Narrator's gone.
Does that mean the world ended? Again, what the hell are we supposed to do?
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror, guys.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. No. Don't do that.
Nope.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Hey, buddy, are you in control or am I in control? Alright?
He probably knows what we looks like.
The mirror never scared you before, bitch.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
Like an ending? You approach the mirror. Gaze into the reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's me!
Hey, look at that.
You are alone in a place that is empty. It's quiet here. Let's... I don't think there's a cabin, but sure. Well, son of a bitch, I'll be damned. You were at the cabin. Hey, what's going on up here?
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
I just saw
This is a
Automod
game
hit
about love.
someone again.
The gift of a fragile vessel. Attack the entity. No, we're not straight hands just yet. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
We're fucking around, huh?
And finding out.
I'm not even gonna ask. What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me.
Yeah, you think so?
Mm-hmm.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Complex beings reduced to simple choices? What about the gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. These ones are a contradiction. A winding kaleidoscope of paths and wall. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. I am sorry that you met this vessel so early in your journey, but they will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Space between.
Bars?
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
That's sad.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Any opinions on the music? It's good. Kind of reminds me of like the end of like a Dark Souls game.
It has a very good soundtrack.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Yeah, sure.
I have
I'll ask
only
that.
just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Calamitous birth.
Are we supposed to kill the narrator?
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Okay. So, do you identify as princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Okay. But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Could be argued. Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
So, what happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? So this is what you were talking about before, Iron, huh?
Yes.
Go figure. Go figure I'd end up on it on my second fucking run, too. Alright.
You will always eventually end up here.
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
And there are different endings based on her.
Go figure.
This is the mark of a true ending, basically.
Gotcha. All right. How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
All right. Right on. How many?
Are we time looping?
Yes.
All right. How many more
So-
pieces of you do I need to find? Okay. Go ahead.
Well, don't spoil it.
Well, I mean, he literally just asked.
Sorry.
Effectively, to get an ending with her, you need to fill her with different embodiments of the princess
Yeah, I kind
through
of figured
the
that.
different routes you take.
It's all about the perspectives. Let's see.
And how you question her in between each one will affect things.
Right. How many more pieces do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
All right, so I just gotta do. I don't have to 100%. Got it. And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished. Dry. Hollow.
I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're gonna do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
I don't think I'm going back.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you. You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone.
Oops.
I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can
So,
no longer bear the weight
another
of its
thing to
hand-drawn
ponder.
cage.
Which she has mentioned to you before, you and her are connected.
I mean, that's pretty fucking clear at this point.
With the time loop and everything, yeah. I'm
You'll
wondering if
always
you
come
have
back
to
the box,
kill the
because
narrator.
you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
He does seem disconnected from it all, in a way.
He plays his role.
All right, guys, we gotta wait forever now, so I can't load the game back up.
Oh no!
If you hit the wait
Not
forever
the
thing,
crash.
the game literally goes, okay, dickhead, then whenever you decide to boot the game back up,
Yep. As one would expect.
good game.
Oh my god.
I like how 93% of people figure, like, I guess look in the mirror. Only 26% just fucking killed her. Just said, all right, send it.
Yeah. I mean, you were sent with an objective.
Hey, look, I was
We'll
just
see.
doing what I was told.
I haven't seen the contradiction before.
Really?
Not what I had seen, no.
Yeah, I got him pretty early on. I only got like a slightly different route than Humo my first couple tries because I was more inquisitive about stuff.
You have returned to me. Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
Alright, hold up. Let me get the stream back up here.
Alright, Gucci.
Yeah, well, I gotta let the actual stream side of things
YouTube
needs
side,
to...
yeah.
Oh. Stream?
Yeah, no, don't be afraid to use saves either.
Alright, there we go. Alright, let's see here. You were gone. Mere moments I never left your side. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm on a stream right now, so I kind of had to come back. All right, fine. Go ahead.
She
Send
asks that I tell you to remember her.
I mean, you're literally gonna wipe my memory, so I don't know if that's really something I can do.
You won't.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
everything goes
Jesus
dark and you die.
Christ.
Well,
That
bitch.
scared the fuck
So,
out of me.
what do you think of your first actual ending?
You're on a path in the
What do you mean my
woods,
first actual
and
ending?
at
I
the
already
end of
had an
that
actual
path
ending.
is a
I got
cabin.
an ending card and everything. They rolled
And
credits.
in the basement of that cabin
Yeah, sure thing,
is a
buddy.
princess.
Hey, look, all I'm saying is it said good ending, alright?
Uh-huh. It was written in crayon.
Yeah, because they didn't
counts.
realize I was gonna do it so quick. They didn't have it prepared, so they wrote it down.
It counts.
You're here
It
to
super
slay her.
counts.
It is certainly
If you
ending.
don't, it will
Ending
be
of all
the
time.
end of the world.
So, do you just find her early on like that, or can you end up like meandering for a while and then just be like, what the fuck's going on?
However the world ends the first time, you'll get to her.
Okay. You can skip previously seen dialogue by holding tab. Okay. Holding tab. Okay.
Or rather, so you will get to a few different loops, and then when you get to the final loop, you will get a princess entity by the end of it,
Right.
and then she will consume them.
Go figure. Okay. Let's see here. You're just okay. So let's be inquisitive this time. End of the world. What are you talking
I'm
about?
talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Narrators confirmed a bird because the first thing he felt like pointing out when the world ends is that no more birds. Write that one down. Jot it in your books.
What kind of bird do you think he is?
He's like a blue jay, I think.
Nah, I'm gonna go with a pigeon.
Nah, pigeon. I don't think he's quite a pigeon.
Hey, Blue.
Hear me out.
Hmm?
Hear me out as to why.
Smiles.
Because he is giving us all the information, he could be a carrier pigeon.
Yeah, okay. I could see that. Very observant, Mr. Streamer. Thank you. How can a princess locked away in a basement in the world?
Linger on the specifics.
I think I
You have a
will.
job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Do you have any evidence? What are your facts, narrator?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be
What
here
are we, a
if
lawyer?
it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the
Remind
end of
me.
your journey.
Blue, did you ever get the... Because I think it is possible to get the voice of the Inquisitive.
What's the Inquisitive?
Or something to that effect.
Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise we are
Or is it the
running up
skeptic?
against a bit of a
Yeah,
dilemma.
that's right. Skeptic.
Yeah. Who's the
Nevertheless,
skeptic?
let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because
There's,
she's locked up.
There's a few others that you get, but, you know, get there.
But does the start and the beginning matter, narrator? That's something I picked up earlier.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Alright, go for it.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
But if we figure out the causality, we can figure out if there's an alternative.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
But what if you've only perceived the egg as hatching, narrator?
Talking about the
Yes,
end of the world
course.
here. It's important.
You do your job and slay her.
Yeah, Himo, we're here, and you've been set on your destiny. Like, come on, man. Get with
Yeah,
the
I'm pretty
program.
sure we can slay her.
Don't question the script that's in your face or
But
anything.
killing the princess seems a bit bad,
Does
right?
it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
That sounds kind of
He's
biased.
kind of based for that.
I think you have an issue with the crown here. What about somebody else?
Oh, if only
Hey man,
that
I'm
were the
just saying, if
case,
someone's
but
hoarding all that
I
much
don't
wealth
make the
and, you know,
rules.
doing nothing with it, then like, I don't know,
I
like
have to say, I'm
Luigi, like.
surprised at your reluctance thus far. But unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who
I mean, the
can
cabin
pull
was
this
kind of
off.
small. I don't think she has that much wealth.
Like I said,
Y'all a bunch of
I don't
haters.
make the rules, no matter how much I wish
Oh, so
I
now
did.
you're a princess defender?
I've always been a princess defender. What are you talking about? I just got here. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
But you have to consider all possibilities, you see.
I mean, maybe some people
All the
do.
responsibilities you can skirt
Nihilists
with the
or
ending of the
very,
world.
very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
You're not a cringe-ass nihilist, are you?
Consider if the world ends, I ain't gotta pay my taxes anymore.
Yeah.
Fair.
Do I get some sort of reward for this?
But you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Nah, I expect payment up front.
It's
Opa! I
I
accidentally
think you'll
clicked.
like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
I smell croc shit.
I feel like I have some, I don't know, premonition about what it might be. I don't think it's that worth it.
I'm
Yeah.
not doing
Are you
this.
serious? No, you have to do it.
Let's see here. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's bad as you say she is, then maybe. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to
I
face.
guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
But, like, you don't consider what my end game is, right? If I say I don't care about the world ending, then killing her or not killing her really doesn't matter.
Then each and every one of us is doomed.
Boo womp.
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
I think it's gonna turn out fine.
You
What
make
could
your way
possibly
up
go
the
wrong?
I'm sure she's
short path to
trustworthy.
the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
She's a princess with
Don't care, go in. Skip dialogue that we've already had. Alright, let's see. No, I'm just gonna go in.
the
There was
door
no
to the
mirror there
basement
this
creaks
time.
open, revealing a
Oh, there was.
staircase faintly illuminated by an
No, there wasn't.
unseen light in the room below. This
True.
is an oppressive place. Her
I
voice.
mean, I've heard this before.
Hello? Is someone there?
That's different.
It's hypnotizing.
That's a different voice.
It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Don't let it fool you.
He's
It's all
smitten.
part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
So what? I'm here to save you. I'm here to save you. Lie. I think I'm here to to slay you? Just checking in on you.
You are? It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
No, they haven't forgotten, but you aren't gonna like what I have to tell you next.
Stands and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Hey, wake up.
She doesn't really look like a threat.
I mean, is she not pretty?
Hey, look, a fucking pink pistol might look pretty, but it still could kill you.
I am begging you to stay.
Well, she's
You
not
could
threatening
put as
us.
many Hello Kitty fucking stickers on it as you want. That's still a gun.
Well, she's not a gun now, is she?
Hi.
She could
Do you
be.
think you can get
Princess.
me out of these chains?
What if she like squeezed her finger and a bullet shot out of her nose? Hold on. Let's talk a bit first. This first date and all.
Okay.
What's your name?
Oh,
Yep, we've been here before, huh?
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as
Well,
Your Royal
just like
Highness.
you forget she will.
Or you can just call me
forget.
Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Alright.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
Hey, look, if there's one thing I know about names, it's that if you name a pit bull Princess, they're gonna tear a child's head off. But if you name them Ultra Nuke of Megadeth, they're the kindest thing ever. So you already got a demerit against you here.
You're so right, bestie. Where's the knife, though?
Don't worry about it.
It's upstairs.
It's in another cabin.
So is Princess your name, or?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
Yeah, but I'd like to call you by your name.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
I mean, if you led with that, I'd be a bit more understanding, but you kind of
Okay,
just
that's weird.
danced around it.
She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully, you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back
The narrator
upstairs,
was too
get the
lazy to
blade
name
and
her.
slay her
I
before
palm
it's
the
too late.
narrator's entire face and push him to the side. I don't know anything about you. You could be down here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason.
Okay, which is?
I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
I mean, generally, yeah, but usually the princess or the person being locked up has an idea.
You have
Not
all the
always.
explanation you need, and you should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
Okay, if I'm the first person you've seen here in a while, what have you been eating? Or, like, drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
Okay, so you're not human.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess.
I'm sorry, what?
That's hardly
He-
relevant.
He
He's
would
on a
agree with
mission.
that, wouldn't he?
Huh?
Lazy narrator.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
So what are you gonna do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter.
I
She got
mean,
you there.
like, you know, just be truthful. I appreciate that a lot more than us doing this whole rigmarole.
It's not like you'd believe me.
Let's see here. Okay, I was sent here to kill you. Apparently you're gonna end the world. I don't know yet, though.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
I was actually quite vague about it, in fact.
Yeah.
Strange that.
I was hoping you'd tell me.
I don't know how to destroy the world, if that's what you're getting at.
Okay, but if you could, how would you end the world? Like, let's do a thought experiment here.
I believe her.
Hypothetically.
She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
Which is why I'm trying to
You
get into the
don't-
hypotheticals.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
She's got a
I
point.
don't trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me.
This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about.
Okay, but like, I don't know.
Do you really think I can even end the world?
Probably.
Why would I even want to? We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person. And a subjugating monarch, no less.
Alright, you keep hammering on about this. If she's been locked down here forever, like, does she even hold power?
I was gonna say, what has she done?
Especially, like, if she's been down here for a very long time, like, literally, what has she done?
I mean, what has she done?
Let's see here. What are my options? Okay, I'm gonna get
Look,
you out
I'm
of
getting
here.
I'm getting a lot of lip about this whole destroying the world thing, but not a lot of actual reasons, you know?
So examine the chains. I can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here. Go back upstairs and retrieve the blade without saying another word. I'm sorry, but I just can't trust you. This doesn't add up and isn't worth the risk. Take away the potential fate of the world. Keep her locked away. At least for a little bit, we can get to know each other better. We'll like to see what to do. I won't kill you, but I can't just set you free. It's too risky. What if I just stayed for a while and just kept you company? Maybe then everyone could be happy.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out. So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help. But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
Oh.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Is that the case? Oh, dog.
Oh. Did y'all get tail stepped on?
No, he's just fucking. He's being whiny. You being so whiny
Wants
for?
attention.
What you whining for?
Microwave.
You don't gotta go outside or nothing. Get early.
Make your brother do it.
I don't even know if that motherfucker's awake right now. Oh, he wants to get up. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. I am really liking the music so far.
It's really good.
It is quite nice. I do always like that every little decision you make does change it, if not at least just a little.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I noticed that a bit, and I felt like that was really adding to like the atmosphere of it.
And it's a multi-choice game where your choices actually matter, which is not always the case.
It's always
There
nice when
are
game
a
does
lot
that.
of routes that I haven't even like seen in this game yet. I've seen like YouTube clips of them, but like that's it.
Need to rewatch Mark's playthrough of this, because he had played Slay the Princess, because it was very similar to his little series he had done, the whole in space thing.
Mhm.
basically the same concept.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh, y'all had to go piss. Alright, yeah, sure, whatever. Consequences be damned.
Can't be serious.
Thank you. Thank you. You won't regret this, I promise.
She had that switch up though.
I don't know, I feel like you got that two-faced attitude, but I
You're
kind of was
making
just gonna release you anyways.
Huge mistake.
Also gonna, like, turn
I mean,
this down
to be
just a tad
fair,
bit.
we did come in to talk to her to see if she was evil or not, and then debated leaving her. So it's kind of understandable that she'd get upset, like, "Hey, get me the fuck out of here, or else I'm going to beat you."
No. I think
Yeah,
you're
she
doing
wasn't
the
there
right
for
thing.
20 questions, right?
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No shit, Sherlock.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Okay, well, so any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Well, that,
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
yeah, we can do that.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
I mean, it's what I was gonna suggest.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Well, hey, bad news.
You
We're
make
locked
your way
down
to
here.
The bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I
So,
heard the doors thing.
killed
They locked you down here too, didn't they?
yeah, bad news.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her
Oh,
arm.
Jesus.
out,
Are you gonna
her
eat
teeth
that? I was
tearing through her
willing
limb
to
with the
help, but
determination of
all
a
right.
trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs.
My Deus Ex
I'm not sure how
Machina.
it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
Why? She's
Or
having a
you could
snack.
Use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Yeah, hey, you want some help?
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
Quit looking at me with them big old eyes.
The blade is sharp,
She do got
and
them
it takes
peepers.
little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her
Nice.
limb falls to the ground.
Why didn't you do that
and the
before,
heavy
though?
chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Well, we already established that she's not human. She doesn't really eat.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
Should we, like, put a tourniquet on that, or...?
How is she still
Ew, buff.
smiling after everything?
I mean, technically, you
It's
should
like
have
she isn't
turned it
even
kicked
bothered by what just
beforehand,
happened.
but you know, we're already
Thank
too
you.
far
You know,
gone.
like Monster
Well,
Girl
let's get out of
Princess.
here.
It'll buff.
Alright, let's go to the door.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Not
Okay,
very
fuck you gonna do
narrator of
about it?
you.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
A DM? DM?
Wait, this isn't fair. you
Railroad,
can't just
railroad.
do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Let's see. Warn her.
Stop that.
No. Fuck you.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Yeah? But the
Your
narrator's
body
being a prick.
lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. but the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying
sorry,
to get
what do
out
you
of here
need?
alive.
What do you need right now?
Even the dog is mad at this shit narrator.
Who hired this guy?
Right?
Oh, this guy stinks!
Yeah, what's his problem?
Let's see. Slay the princess. Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
I don't want to.
You can't
As your
make
body
me.
remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
Girl, you gonna have to kill me. I'm sorry.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
You set me on this path and let me have fun, so now I'm having fun.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Yeah, go for it.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and
You
sinew.
missed my heart.
It is agony.
Try again.
Oh, no. I'm
Go.
so sorry.
All right. Do you just need attention?
Ow,
Do you just
ouchie.
want to sit on my lap? Is that what you want? Come here. I don't know why you're being such a piss baby right now. There you go. You're in my lap now. Now chill out.
Yog.
All right. Back to it. I'm getting killed.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
Hey, don't be coming at me sideways.
me?
You literally had me killed.
Whatever.
Who was it who took
She
control of
sinks
us?
the blade into
Sure
your
wasn't
chest
her.
again,
Right?
and again, and again, and you feel every
28 stab
burning
wounds.
pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Ow, ow,
She doesn't know
ow.
how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Well, at least you're sorry about
With
it.
one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right?
When you die, it usually does end like that. Sorry, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Damn, that's a shame, isn't it? Chapter 2, baby.
Let's go.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I just set old boy down. I think maybe he needs to go get like a sip of water or something. And, oh, okay, I'll be back. I just saw him flip over. Okay. Well, he's currently at the Bulls, so I'll be running back to get him here in a minute, but we can get some progress real
You're
quick.
here to slay her.
Hell yeah.
How
If
old
you
is he?
don't, it will be
He's
the end
like
of the world.
fucking. I don't even remember when specifically we had gotten him. I want to say he's like 15.
Damn.
He's old.
Old boy.
He's old.
boy.
Okay, so we've got all these, but there's no wall this time because we don't have to worry about the contrarian. All right.
A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
What a pompous prick.
So do you want a little bit of insight? Or do you want to let it rock?
Okay, the Yogg is now back in his bed.
You had to grab the Yogg.
Yeah,
so-
I had set him outside outside of my room, and like his bowls are like on the other side of the living room. So when I set him there initially, he just took like one step and just flopped over.
So I was, you probably didn't hear me, but I said, do you want a little insight about what he just said, or do you want to let it rock?
What, the terrible sense of deja vu?
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky.
I don't
about
like
it.
this guy.
Our
I like his
beloved.
voice.
I squinted.
Yes, you'll have to
He's
be
got a great
very
voice,
sneaky
but,
about
you
your
know.
intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us
Oh,
will be
no.
foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the
This
works.
guy sucks.
We'll see about
Sick!
that.
The fucking
Whatever you do, just
Disney
be sure to
prince.
ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth.
You are gonna push me to stab the princess myself. Holy shit. This is more than just deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing literally just happened.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Okay.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Right.
If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Don't think I'd go as far as that, but
You were the one who did us in, villain. Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone
Hey,
princess is
he
worth
broke
that
character.
price. I beg to differ.
of course you would.
I'm not going to
He is
argue with you.
consistent, if not nothing.
I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations.
Are you sure we can actually make the decisions here?
You keep
Anyway,
making me
I
make
believe
other
your
decisions,
second
you
question
fucker.
Was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
That's fair.
Yeah, but if I don't know what the consequences are, then they don't exist,
What do you
Soggy.
mean? Of course there
Don't
weren't
know
any
any, you
consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in
So
this
we can't
purely
see what
hypothetical
happened.
scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
Well, everybody died. Duh.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
I wouldn't
Then
know,
show me
because you
through.
fucking killed me!
She would never. She's a perfect
You
angel
sit
that
down.
you cruelly
Shut the
imprisoned as
fuck
part of some
up.
convoluted,
Newspaper to head.
dastardly
Get out of
scheme.
here. We don't need you.
Convoluted. I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
Allow me to propose something, Mr. Narrator. What
Nuh-uh.
if, consider, you let me free her, I see that she ends the world, and now I'm on board with you because I know she ends the world. One world gets ended, but it's better than us going back and forth and ending an untold amount of worlds because I keep not being able to see the conclusion. Perhaps.
So, do you want a little help on getting that to happen?
No.
If we stumble across it, we stumble across it.
I'm with them. I'm gonna find a way to save her from the cabin. Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
No.
No.
The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her. She could barely hold a knife. How was she supposed to end the world? Who locked her away in that basement? What is this place? That one.
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Keep it simple, Humo.
If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special.
Jimmy, I'm the
You're
chosen
the only
one.
person capable of
You are
doing
the
this.
chosen one.
Call it a prophecy, if that helps. But it's just the way things are.
Prophecies are bullshit.
Oh,
Does seem you are the only one who
we
can.
were special.
Oh, don't be won over by that.
Of course you're
Ew.
special. Why else would you be here? Calling us special isn't going to make us friends, even if it did feel nice.
I hate that I agree with
Man,
them.
I like,
Believe
yeah,
me, the
same.
last
What the
thing I
fuck?
want
I'm
Hey,
not
they're
supposed
not
to be agreeing with them.
100%,
But I'm a
one fast bit.
professional, and I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you save the world.
You're being cagey.
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
But like, it's not like the princess is going anywhere. We got time.
Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word.
Or how about I don't?
How about you actually tell us what you're not telling us?
The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her. She could barely hold a knife. How is she supposed to end the
She
world?
just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world.
My eyes roll back.
Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is.
Fine.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Would you rather save her despite the narrator or kill her despite the smitten? It's honestly, it could go either way at this point. I'll be able to find a way to save her from the cabin.
That's right, you can't stop all of us. We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does. Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with?
Not necessarily, I just am saying things to say things.
You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
I won't.
I mean, let's see if she really does end the world.
But consider.
Are we running away? What are you doing? We have to save her.
Consider.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're
Yeah.
going?
The other cabins. Let's see here. Yep, I definitely know where I'm going.
Somehow I doubt that, but fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on.
So, if I do this, is it going to set me back on the path from before?
It will be slightly different.
Because I was curious about it since there's the fact that we have the
Things
smitten with us.
Things that seem like they overlap will be different, especially under different conditions. Especially because you do have the smitten.
Alright. Safe.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time,
Correct.
aren't you? It's remarkably
Also, depending
selfish, if
on
you
which
ask me. I've
variant of
already
princess
outlined
you
the stakes
have
of
will
this.
make a change.
What's going on? Where are we?
Okay, here we go. So does Tab just skip all dialogue?
Skips dialogue you've already seen.
Okay. Got it.
So, for instance, that dialogue was the original like turnaround
I don't
dialogue up
like
until this
this
point.
one bit.
Right.
There's not a single damsel in sight. How dumb.
You save your complex.
The world around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by a textured nothing. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Memory returns. There's a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. You already know what dwells in the empty spaces. Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You're no longer alone. Confusion. Why are you here? I'm unfinished. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. It is useless to us if it doesn't bring more gifts. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back. Not there. Regret. This world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A wagging finger. There's only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I'm your only salvation.
So,
Okay.
was that
You're
like a
on
big
path
no? You've already
in
done
the
this
woods.
before.
And at the end of that path is a cabin.
That's telling you that
And
if you do not face the princess and get a variant of her, then the other entity can't do anything and can't work with that, so they reset you.
The only thing that was of eyebrow raising for me was saying we're full of you. And I don't know if that's because I brought the voice of the contrarian and the voice of the smitten or not.
No, it's because while the world ended, you didn't get a princess variant to bring her.
Alright, well...
So instead, she only had you to work with. Which, it doesn't work for her.
Right.
You make your way.
Alright, we'll just get into the cabin. Let's enter the basement. We'll get back on the path of the smitten real quick. Continue downstairs.
Whatever you are is a symmetrical but contradictory thing to her.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the...
Let's just see what happens if we do this real quick.
Only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding...
Okay. Let's go upstairs.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way.
Try the door. Yep. Locked from the outside, as one would assume. Save the princess. Approach the locked door. Warn. Oh.
Resist is grayed out.
I think it's because you've already picked it. Or not?
I can't do it.
Didn't you make a save before you proceeded through the smitten path?
Yeah.
Before you turned around?
I am curious about what happens
There's
here,
no
though.
getting through to you right now, is there?
Okay, yeah, that's gonna be like a completely different path. Alright. We'll load then.
Maybe it's because you didn't talk to her and get to know her.
Right. Okay. Go in the cabin.
Great to hear. As long as you bring that fiery attitude to princess slaying, I think this will all resolve splendidly.
Oh, it's going to resolve splendidly, all right.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant.
Demure.
With stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We already went through the whole mirror rigmarole. I don't think I need to do that.
You get different dialogue if you have different voices.
Alright, let's just look at the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Nerd. This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time around. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Oh yeah, I'm assuming that the voices are essentially the last protagonist, in a sense.
They're
aspects of
an echo.
Kind of that, and choices you lean
So
into.
focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
We're just gonna add it to the basement. We know that the blade comes down if we really need it.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Thank you.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul...
Throw him out the window.
You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able
She
to
is more
hear my
princess-like.
words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero.
So, did she
I
get
was
like a
so
bigger
worried you
bust?
wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that?
They started
She
feeding
said
him more.
We're dashing.
Yeah.
And she called
Just
us a
a crown
hero.
now.
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Her dress is also a bit
Waiting
more,
for you to come back.
flowy.
I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before. That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
That's
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
I don't like that answer. But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Oh, I hate this.
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
You are abysmal.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
All it sounds like is the world just blinked out of existence.
No, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
Okay.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself. I'm not so sure.
She just wants you to be happy.
I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Oh,
We won't be
woof.
laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have
Well,
to.
hot diggity damn.
Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
No, dog, same.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why'd you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Not really.
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us.
Not necessarily.
She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
Iron, could you imagine if you looked at me and said, Humo, a demon's starting to possess me, and I say, oh, that's rough, and I pull out a gun and I shoot you in the head?
She made
I
the
mean,
best decision
like,
for her. Don't be so quick
If
to
a
assign
demon was
kindness.
possessing me,
You're just
and
opening
like,
yourself
I
up to
don't know, it's a
manipulation.
demon, right?
But like, would you not be upset that it maybe like I didn't think maybe I should just run
If
away
we
and call a
had-
priest or something?
If we had a time reset where we could, you know, hindsight 2020, there might be like some words.
Yeah, you'd be like, that was kind of fucked up.
We've tried hindsight 2020 though, and the fucking narrator won't let us.
I'm sorry about what happened
If
last
another version
time.
of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She is such a
She took
sweetheart.
that in stride, to a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you think
Well,
she
let's not
has
get
someone
ahead of
like
ourselves.
him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
I accept the other guy just like you.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Well, I'm forced to rescue
No.
the princess.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly
She is
slide
quite
her
beautiful.
hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe
Yeah,
it. But I guess I
the
have
nature
to.
of the bindings also does change with different routes.
I told you.
Yeah, I'd figure.
There's
Yep.
no life more
The
worth
thing I
living
noticed was
than
that some of the
a true
changes, some of the
believer.
chains, looked different.
I'm free.
Like the
But
first
you're
ones
not
were
trying
really
to kill
thick
me
and
this
heavy and
time.
couldn't be removed,
Thank
whereas this was
you.
just like a tiny
Thank
little
you so
shackle.
much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
I'm waiting for those big old chompers to come out.
What do we do now?
I don't fucking know. What do you want to
Let
do?
me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before. I mean, you sort of did last time, but this is different.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to
Well,
leave,
considering her
and I
track
think-
record.
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
No! Where do you want to eat? I'm not doing this game!
Maybe you should do that more.
I want you to tell me what you want to
I just want to
do.
make you happy.
Uh-oh.
She can't just want to make us happy. It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
But what would make you happy?
I want you to make me unhappy.
Damn.
But you need your own thing. You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
Brother.
Is she broken?
Bitch.
What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
Now, I know I said before that explore options.
I can
don't,
kind of tell that I keep exploring something evil is going to happen, so I'm going to go ahead and plop one of these down.
But in certain scenarios, exploring does change things. Or progress, you know.
I want you to make me unhappy.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy, I can make you unhappy.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
I feel like reality's not a little happy with all this inquiry.
Okay, clearly something is happening here, and I'm very scared. What if we just don't do anything? What if we just stay here? Nobody gets hurt, and we just figure out a way to be happy together.
Oh, is that really what you want? If you think that would make you happy, then...
Her eyes dart uncomfortably to the corners of the room.
I guess we could do that.
Oh, at least she's normal again. Normal again? Can't you tell she's sad? She's distraught. This is unacceptable. But she can't be unhappy about
A
staying with
lemongrab
us.
sound an ass.
Can she? No. It has to be him. It has to be this place. If we just made these walls more fitting for a princess, if we just say the right things, if we just showed her the contents
Don't carve out
of
my
our
heart.
she'd be happy here.
Ah, Christ.
As the voice thinks its thought, your hands raise, fingers pointing towards your chest, and then... What? No, you absolutely do not do that. Oh, but I do. What? What is he doing? We can't see unless you tell us. Are you sure you want to know? I suppose I can't stall forever. You plunge your nails into your chest,
shit.
digging deep, grasping for a handhold. And you
I
find
actually didn't
it.
get this ending when
Your
I went
fingers
through this
curling
route with her.
around your ribs.
Oh no, what are you doing? Are you okay? You can't do that and be okay.
Time out. He should not be allowed to do that. He's not the decider.
Well, neither was the narrator, but he was deciding to. I think I have a very unfortunate thing to tell you, Hero. We really don't have as much choice as we think.
And yet,
Yeah.
it's done, isn't it? It will be soon. You yank violently, your bones cracking with wet pops as you pull yourself apart inch by painful inch. Your exposed heart, framed by jagged
Owie.
ribs, thumps rhythmically in your raw, bloodied chest. The loosened threads of your body unfurling to cover the surface of the room. Don't mind my sacrifice. It's a fair price to pay to give her everything she doesn't know she wants.
Oh, I see. You're trying to tell me something. It's beautiful.
The princess, mesmerized, reaches towards your beating heart, and then everything goes dark and we die? Yes.
Go fucking figure.
Epilogue.
You're on a path in the woods. Mate, we're clearly already in the cabin. Excuse me? You're clearly... Oh.
I like the progression
So
of the
you
hero.
are. How do you know
It's just
about
getting
the
more and
cabin?
more
I didn't
tired
get
as
to the
I
cabin part
would.
of my opening monologue yet.
Yeah.
We've been here before.
hero
Well,
is so
not
real.
Here, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You knew about the loop-in last time. Not that he was
The hero
eager
is
to
what you might call the
divulge
OG.
that.
Oh, there's the skeptic.
Ooh.
Right on cue, here's the new guy. Welcome! Can't say I'm happy to be here. Okay, yes, I get it. You've been here before. That's terrible. You know that, right? Because the only reason you would have been here before...
Spare
is
me,
if
we
you
already went
failed
through
in
this.
whatever world you'd come from. Meaning you doomed
Remember,
an
Human, this is a
entire
game
other
about love.
reality. But I'm sure since you're so well-travelled, you know that, yes? We know that you keep telling us that, but we've never seen a world end. As far as I'm concerned, that whole conversation is just noise. And I'm stuck on a better question. Where's the other one? The other one? Yeah.
Other one.
A certain lovesick fool has been suspiciously quiet. One might even say, absent.
That's a good point.
You're
He's talking about the
right.
smitten.
Yep.
It's a little quiet here, isn't it? Maybe that's one of the rules. Maybe only one bonus voice is allowed to be here at a time. Bonus voice? I'm just
Smile.
as important as you are.
Yeah, alright, buddy. We'll see you on the loop next time.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Only
All
one
I'm saying
schizophrenic
is that
voice at a time, thank you
it's
very
my
much.
third time here and it's your first. You're not unwelcome, but from my perspective, you're definitely bonus. I'm going to describe the room now.
Go for
The
it.
interior of the cabin is vast and regal. High arched windows line the walls, their multicoloured glass casting kaleidoscopic patterns across the stone floor. An iron chandelier hangs from the vaulted ceiling, its many candles lit with flickering light, vaguely illuminating the massive room. This is a house fit for royalty. Before you, there isn't a blade, is there? That's not good.
So none of you are going to talk about the mirror. Approach the mirror, turn around and leave. Does it matter if the blade's
I
here?
see your point, but it's still an option that's been taken away from us. I don't like losing options.
Well, that's unfortunate, because
Yes,
that happens all the
and
time.
it's an important one. It's
Yeah.
your implement. You're going to need it if you want to do this right. And the fact that you're here, right now, again, means that you have not yet done this right.
We did
But
it
it's
right
not
the
there,
first
is it?
time.
We don't even get the choice. So, what are we supposed to do? I don't actually know. I'm sure it'll turn up somewhere. It has to. It's part of the whole structure of this place, I think. At the very least, it's important.
So, the mirror?
Oh, I see it. I've just been preoccupied with everything else going on. Like the fact that we can rip our own heart out without deciding that's what we're going to do. Is that what happened to you last time? How did that even work? You better not do it again.
I didn't do it on my own volition!
Lucky for you, the one who did it is the one who's gone. Wonderful. Moving on, I have no idea what you're talking about. There is no mirror. There's only the stained glass windows, the empty table where your blade should be, and the door to the basement. You said that last time too, but that
I mean, the
hasn't
mirror
stopped
is
it
where
from
the door to
showing
the
up again.
basement would be.
Mm-hmm.
Or moving. Mirror or no mirror, the door to the basement, your only way forward, is just on the other side of the room. How about you walk over there?
I'm possessed by the spirit of the contrarian, you see.
As you foolishly turn to leave the cabin and abandon the world to its
That makes
ruination,
sense. You get his
you're-
voice first.
Oh, isn't that convenient? As you turn around, you're faced with a solid wall.
What a
There
bitch.
isn't a way out. It would appear that you're stuck here until you find a resolution to our princess problem.
Yes, it's very convenient, isn't it?
I assure you, I'm just as surprised as you are. Can't you hear the relief in my voice? I wouldn't be relieved if I was the one who set this up. I would have known you were stuck here from the beginning. Look, it doesn't matter who put that wall there, because it's there. The only thing for you to do
Unless
now
you
is
wanted to
find
be a
the princess
smarmy
and,
cunt.
ideally, find your weapon while you're at it. With nowhere to go but forward, you turn back around, leaving the non-existent exit behind you.
Fine, I'll approach the mirror.
You cross the room, stopping just in front of the door to the basement. What is this about that supposed mirror? Just reach forward and fumble around a bit. I'm sure you'll find the handle. Well, shall we have a look at ourselves? Maybe it won't go away this time.
Reach forward.
You reach forward, your hand instinctively wrapping around the handle. Figures. And then you push the door open. Marvellous. We can proceed. It would seem that the stairs to the basement don't lead to a basement at all. Rather, they go up. They're draped in fine carpet too, one that feels pleasantly soft against your feet. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably... no, that doesn't work here at all. This place is nice. It's fancy, even. I have to say, whatever you did in your previous lives, I deeply dislike how much it's thrown me off my rhythm. Well, if all of this has thrown you off your rhythm so much, then maybe we don't have to slay the princess. No, you absolutely do. Just because she lives in a nice, exitless house doesn't mean that she doesn't pose a direct threat to all of reality. It's in her very nature.
Okay, but we always said that if she leaves the cabin, that's when the world ends. So if there's an exitless cabin, then it's kind of fine, isn't it?
Am I the only
Right?
one who remembers how much she changed last time? Does she even have a nature?
That is precisely why she poses a threat. I don't know, she got weird for a second, yeah, but she didn't change that. We have to move on. This is a wildly dangerous line of reasoning.
For why?
No, you can't just say that and not... Her voice, gentle and warm, with an undercurrent of fatigue, rolls down the stairs.
You're home. Dinner's ready.
As much as I desperately want to know what happened last time, we are not going to examine it. The more we think, the worse this gets. Why are
She
you
made us
so
dinner,
on
guys.
edge? This is much nicer than what we're used to. I'd like to have dinner. Dinner sounds nice.
It does
That
sound nice,
is
doesn't
the
it?
problem. This isn't supposed to be nice, and she's supposed to be a prisoner. I need to stop talking. I need to stop talking. Just go upstairs, okay?
Fine.
And don't eat the food.
Eat the food.
Proceed up the stairs.
This hall, like the one below, is grand and beautiful. Torches bathe the room in warm,
You've got
comforting
evil aura
light,
behind you.
just enough to illuminate the tapestries along
Actually,
every
wasn't it
wall,
the same aura
woven
that
with
the,
scenes of
oh,
chivalry
those are
and
hands.
courtship and romance. The many crossed eyes are fixed on each other.
We're about to see a
gazes
yoink.
averted from the long table in the center of the room. The princess, seated at its far end. Your pristine blade glints in the weak torchlight, hanging from a golden chain
I
around
think
the princess's neck.
that shadow is actually the one you're casting.
So that's where it is. And the tip is already pointed right at her heart. Okay, everything is falling back into place. All you have to do is cross the room.
Because
push
remember that
down
you are
little,
a
and the
Birdman.
entire world is saved. That's easy.
Nah, it reminds me too much of the other princess we had seen in the Worlds Between. She had like a burning kind of aura like this as well. I remember because it was like very weirdly pointed.
Isn't that suspiciously easy? There has to be a twist. There has to be something waiting for us. You saw what happened to her last time. She's not what she seems.
You're here. Now we can start being happy together. Why don't you sit down? Wouldn't that be nice?
As the words leave her mouth, the torches flare and a chair swings in from behind, knocking your legs out from under you. You're forcibly seated at the head of the table.
Isn't that better? It is better, right?
Excuse me. What is this place?
It's our happy ending, just like you asked for. It's everything we're supposed to have ever wanted.
Yeah, fair's fair.
What are we supposed to do now?
Oh, right, dinner. I totally forgotten about it.
The flames burn bright and a shadow dives across the table. In its wake, it leaves a feast.
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead and dig in. I'm sure you're hungry.
Remember
Food.
what I said.
Nah, screw that guy.
Yeah, but you're like skeptical of everything.
It looks so amazing, and after everything we've been through, we could really
Yeah, don't
use
we
a break.
deserve a little treat?
Are you sure
I've
we need
earned
to
a
be
little
so-
snack.
I'm not sure about
Yeah.
anything, and that's the problem.
For what it's worth, I generally don't think one should trust strange food that magically appears on a table.
What do you
Nothing here is
know?
exactly what I expected it to be, so make of that what you will.
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm
Let's
gonna
not
eat.
be
Begin
rude.
to feast, and the princess follows suit, her soft smile never fading. The food is more exquisite than you ever could have imagined. You sample countless
so
otherworldly dishes, sauces and bread and hearty stews whose tastes dance across your tongue. You tear at hunks of meat practically melting from the bone, juicy and tender and bursting with flavors you could scarcely begin to describe. This really is perfect, isn't it? It is the best meal you've ever had. But then it's over, and you're just as hungry as when you began.
Wasn't that perfect? We should do it again.
The shadow washes across the table, clearing and replating. The feast is once again laid before you.
But don't we deserve but a little
Food is
more of a
good.
treat?
Again, you tear into golden crispy flesh, dab at the slurry of aromatic sauces on your plate with thick-crusted bread, sip your goblet of sparkling gems. But you have done this already. And then it's over. And you're just as hungry as when you began.
You're still hungry too, right? I know this wasn't as good as it was last time, but we just have to do it again. That's all. It'll be perfect if we just do it again.
So the shadow sweeps over the table, clearing the old and laying out the new. And so you do it again. The meat is fine,
But a
the
bit more of a
bread is
treat.
fine. You sample the side dishes and they're fine too. You finish your goblet, the liquid within no longer glimmering on your palate, instead leaving your mouth coated in a tacky film. You put it down and it fills again. You do not drink more. So we had a mediocre meal. It's not a big deal.
That's the trap. It wasn't mediocre at first. It's trending down.
We're just getting a little sick of it. So what? We just have to try something new. I'm sure we won't be stuck eating the same meal forever. Regardless of quality, it's over again, and you're just as hungry as when you began. Again.
No, something was wrong that time. But maybe I was just tasting it wrong. It looks just as good as it did the first time. It shouldn't taste like this.
Again, the shadow replaces
Oh,
your
poor girl's
feast,
trying.
and again you eat. The meat is greasy. The bread is tough, its crust hurting your jaw as you chew. The grey vegetables are barely worth the effort of picking through. You don't even touch the goblet, its sickly sweet aroma utterly unappealing. I'm so tired of eating. At least you still have the memory of how good it was the first time, right?
I'm so tired of this.
As the words leave her mouth, one of the torches on the wall sputters and then goes out entirely.
What just happened? Did I do something wrong?
A light went out. Maybe a coincidence, but maybe not.
The
As if
entity
in
does not
response
want
to
her
the
to
dousing
form
of
her
their
own
brother,
opinions.
The other three torches blaze brighter, their flames licking at the walls. Their shadows deepen, dancing angrily across the stone.
I don't think you did anything wrong. I think you just said something you wanted to say.
But it was wrong. I took away a piece of our light. I'm not supposed to do that. I don't want him to be upset with me.
You just said he. Who's he?
He's the voice that whispers sweet nothings in my ear. I think he made this place for us.
It all makes sense now. It's him, isn't it? He's making all of this happen.
Did
He's
the
the one who's
smitten
trapped us
take-
here.
Form?
His unconsciousness?
Who?
Maybe.
The lovesick one, the one from last time. He's not gone. He's just with her now. He's the shadow.
I knew the shadow was familiar.
Antagonize.
Smitten.
The torches flare and the shadow grows for a moment, but you don't receive a response.
No, I saw him smile. That's him.
Regardless, it would seem that he, if there is a he, isn't something you can talk to.
He says his words are just for me, but he wants me to ask. Isn't this enough? Isn't this what you wanted him to do? He says he's tired, and I don't think he'll answer anything else you have to say.
Well, we ate. What are we supposed to do now?
I don't know. Maybe we could play a game. Yeah, that's exactly what we should do.
The flames roar and the shadow comes dancing across the table. It leaves behind an intricate game, its pieces elegant and beautiful and enticing, its simple rules already apparent, even with little explanation.
We can probably work together to figure this out as we go. That sounds like a lot of fun, right?
Yet another waste of time. Why all the distractions? What are we being distracted from? That's the real game. And
You're overthinking it, mate. I feel like this is just something to do. We might as well try to have some fun. You and the princess do indeed figure it out as you go. And what a game it is. The tension between turns, the triumphant highs of moves well placed, and the tragic lows of miscalculations and careless plays. The warmth of trust and the cool texture of deception. And then, the climax, as she places her final piece.
Oh, I think we got the rules wrong.
And so you start over. Time passes. You play the game. You win. Hey! Will you look at that?
Oh, you won. I guess we can play again.
Time passes. You play the game. She wins.
Oh, I won. I guess we can play again.
There is a long pause, and the board does not reset.
This isn't fun anymore, is it?
It's never going to stay fun.
You don't need me to tell you that it isn't. Oh. The princess visibly panics as another torch sputters.
Wait. Maybe this is just too easy. Maybe if we added more rules and pieces, it would be fun again.
Yeah. The game's just a little simple. We can make it fun again. The shadow descends on the board once again. More pieces are added, their shapes more intricate, their purposes less immediately clear, and the two of you set about discovering the complexities of the game anew. And so you do. And it is fun again. In fact, it's almost as fun as the first time you played, and the sputtering torch roars back to life. But then you get used to the additions, and the feeling starts to fade. A creeping numbness settling in over the board. More pieces are added. The feelings flare. The feelings fade. The princess suggests new rules. A glimmer of what could have been excitement flits through your mind, quickly vanishing as the game progresses. Your pieces advance in an ever-increasing slog to their destination. Winning and losing become nothing but ends, and even the end becomes nothing as you roll over into a new game, the board resetting as many times as you can finish, till finally...
See, it is like this thing, this type
I'm
of
out of ideas.
shit that makes
I'm
me,
actually
like,
out of ideas this
not
time.
like the idea
I-
of eternity.
Don't think I can play anymore.
As the words leave the princess's mouth, another torch goes out. Again, the remaining flames burn brighter, and the shadow
I
dances
think
faster.
part of it is this is like a false eternity, you know? Very much
I'm
curated,
happy.
like a
I
play
promise.
almost.
We're both so
Right.
so happy here. You don't have to be upset.
I mean, it's not just about eternity.
This is awful.
I think we all know that we're not happy. We just have to admit it to ourselves.
Are you actually happier?
The princess starts to hyperventilate, her quick breaths punctuating the uncomfortable silence between you.
Yes. Why wouldn't I be? Let's not talk about it.
We need the truth. You need to tell me how you really feel.
I don't feel anything.
The third torch sputters out. The princess's shadow dances furiously against the far wall.
There's just one left. What's going to happen when it goes out?
We don't have to let it go out. Whatever the shadows have been showing us isn't real. We need to see what happens when the lights go out. What do you think will happen? Don't worry about what's going to happen. If you could do anything in the world, what would it be? What would you choose?
I think I'd like to dance under the stars.
That sounds lovely.
But there aren't any stars here. I'd have to leave.
As she says that, the shadow rushes forward and tightens its grip on her wrists.
I'm not happy
He's
here. I don't think I ever was.
She's now being kept
The princess
prisoner
sobs,
by the
burying
smitten.
her face in her hands as the final torch blows out. She raises her head, mascara trailing down her cheeks.
Me too. It feels like an important part of me is gone, but I'm still here. I don't know what to do with that. I don't know how we're supposed to pick up the pieces.
The princess's eyes dart to the floor.
Well, we can't sit here forever. That part of us is over.
The princess pushes herself from her chair, and you instinctively do the same, waiting by the top of the stairs as she quietly crosses the room.
Do you still care about me? That's a nice thought. I think this
I
place
just
was
noticed
bad
the
for
knife is
us.
her necklace.
It was keeping us
Mhm.
small. I think it's time for us to go.
As the princess steps towards the stairs, you offer her your hand. The corners of her mouth curl into a demure smile, and she gently takes your hand in hers. She's cold, a little clammy, but her skin against yours is the most real thing you have ever felt. You're offering surprisingly little resistance. If we leave the cabin, doesn't that end the world?
It does if he's telling the truth.
Yes, well, I've seen my fairy tale ending, and I think there might be worse things than the end of the world.
It really was just all meaningless blather then, wasn't it?
I
Think
don't think
what
I've
you
ever
will.
heard him had a change of heart like this.
Fighting.
Yeah, he always pushes it hard.
You and the princess don't exchange words as you descend the stairs to the cabin's entrance. And then the two of you step out into the world. I think this is the end of me, even if it's not the end of you. I hope this was worth it. Genuinely, I do. He's really gone, isn't he?
Yeah. There's an itching in the back of my head that feels like it's finally been scratched. No more shadowy figures yanking at our strings. No more strings. I guess we're free.
The stars are so beautiful. I meant it when I said I wanted to dance.
I'm not gonna lie, there was a little bit of mist in the eye.
Yeah, this is really nice.
Thank you for taking me here. This is nice, even if it's a little cold outside.
Bring her back!
I got one of the pieces.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now? But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you.
Feels too good to be true.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again. Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Hands are moving her jaw again.
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward. With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
How you feeling after that one, Yuma?
I'm gonna take a second after we're done with this route.
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread. Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me. This one is a songbird in a cage of gilded shadows. She will make for an honest heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally learned to sing for herself. Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets. My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory. The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence. If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you. I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Damn.
Alright, yeah, just give me like a minute.
You're
I'll be
on a
back.
path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
That was.
And in the basement of that cabin is
That was a lot to take in.
princess.
How are we feeling, folks?
I hadn't seen that one before.
There's also
I
not
f-
one I had. In my route, I just left with her.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I got slapped.
A little bit.
Yes. So you can on the second chapter, you can just leave with her and you'll get that route done. But I never seen it extended to that amount before.
The dangers of simping.
I do.
Especially with the smitten just it ooh.
That is also one of the only times I have seen an entity have presence outside of your body.
Mm-hmm. It's the only time I've seen a voice like actually take control like that, do that to that extent. Game,
Yeah,
man.
one kind of hit your feels a little bit.
Just I don't know how to like formulate what I'm thinking. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how to formulate what I'm thinking.
This game ponders a lot of morality and existentialism.
Game just has a way of making you like ponder things you would never ponder in any other game ever.
She's acknowledging the alternate realities.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like she somewhat knows what's going on, but doesn't
Oh, she knows everything that's going on.
truly know to the full extent.
So when you see her at the end, she knows everything that has happened.
Mm-hmm.
When you see her prior to that, she does not. Like whatever personality you meet, that's what they know. And like in between chapters like 2 and like the epilogue, the princess does have memories of the previous route like you do.
But only to that route.
Yeah.
And her personality is very interesting when we first meet her, because a lot of it, if you notice, does change on a dime to what you say and do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's genuine. That's not just. She's like a canvas, I think is the best way to put it.
Yeah, she's very malleable. The base princess that you get is a lot dependent on whether you bring a knife in or not. And then from there it can branch out pretty heavily.
I'd
But
also
you
never
know,
seen...
in between chapters too, she can pretty switch up dramatically.
Mm-hmm. I'd never seen the narrator give it up like that.
Yeah. the other thing that we have learned about the narrator, he does not lie.
No, he doesn't lie. I like the skeptic. He's always pretty real.
He's fun.
And seeing how the hero progresses is always interesting, because he does change a lot.
I love the
Based
hero.
on your
Well, because he's
sentiment.
with you from the start, so he can change pretty dramatically with how things go.
He's also not tied to any given emotion.
Right. He just wants to be a hero.
Which, you know, being the hero can mean a lot of things.
Exactly. He's the straight man.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back. So, thoughts?
A lot to digest with that one.
It was just a really raw scene, was all.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I wasn't able to comment on it because my voice was robbed of me. So.
Right.
I mean, I don't really think there's too much to say on it. It's pretty straightforward what all that was, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Shit was Sedge.
I'm assuming you guys had some conversations in the meantime.
Oh, me and Blue were just talking about how we actually never saw that route. Like, we got to the second chapter, but instead of letting the smitten go through, we on our route just took her and left.
Well, what I was seeing in chat is that was like an additional route that was added in Pristine Cut, so...
You know, I had heard about the Pristine Cut adding a lot more.
Makes sense.
I mean, like,
the
shit, if that was added in the Pristine Cut, it was a really fucking good addition.
Mm-hmm. But I think, because I'm pretty sure I have Pristine Edition too, I just didn't make the choice to get there.
Right.
I had not seen the Pristine Edition, so that would definitely explain that. I'd heard the developers talking at one point about how people that were considering getting the game to like wait until they made the Pristine Edition because it would add a lot more to the experience, and that scene alone, I think, would definitely say as such.
Oh yeah, that was peak.
Absolutely.
That hit some feelers.
Yeah, that's a way of putting it. Well, I guess for those keeping track, you can add that one to the fucking counter.
Oh, did you get a little misty-eyed too?
Dude, I was crying. I couldn't fucking speak. That's why I went silent and just clicked on.
Yeah, there was some mist in the eyes. Yeah, it was getting pretty raw.
Shit just hurt, dog. Shit just hurt.
That's what this game does.
Once more into the breach.
Man, I'm sitting here. Do I even want to fucking continue?
My wife! They took her. Bring her back!
That is hell of an ending to get.
Yeah, that's a fucking way of putting it.
Yeah, there are some variants that it does hurt to let go.
All right, we'll see about running one more.
You're here to slay her. If you
So,
don't, it will be
if
the
I
end of the
recall,
world.
Blue, you need 6 variants before you get the ending, right?
I think so. We'll know if this next one, because I think she'll say, if it is 6, she'll say he's halfway.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You take the blade from the table. Good. You're still listening to reason.
Haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Tighten the grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Go ahead and just drop a save right here, because why not?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure she's not
I'm
armed?
positive. I'm not. But we'll keep our eyes peeled. If she has a weapon, she'll have to draw it before she can use it.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
The blue treatment.
Big squint.
You stare at the princess, squinting. She squints back.
Oh no, the counterspell!
Oh shit!
The two of you are gonna do this forever, aren't you?
Squint harder!
You squint even harder. So does she. At least nobody's dying right now. You're going to have to make a choice. You can't keep squinting forever.
Alright, fine.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
A relationship? Are you coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
People out there think you're gonna end the world. How long have you been down here? Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
I know what I've been told. Whether or not I believe it, it's an entirely different matter.
So, you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk. But this isn't talking.
Alright. There's people out there who think you're gonna end the world. How is that for talking?
Don't just tell her that.
That's cute. Do you believe that? Do you think I'm some sort of monster? If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
She's got them wild eyes.
Okay, so let's see here. How do you feel about the tonal whiplash after the last Princess Humo? I welcome it. Bring me out, beam me out now, Scotty.
I myself from the hurt.
What are you gonna do if I let you out of here? I've been told enough, so hoping you tell me. No, but I'm sure they have the reasons for keeping it secret, and if I'm honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them. Nah, let's go with this one.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
Actually, I changed my mind. I don't trust you. Still have a few more questions.
Fine. What do you want to know?
What's even your name right now?
She hesitates
What are you gonna
before
fucking
answering.
introduce yourself as?
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
How long you been down here?
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
And how would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right?
Well, she has her teeth otherwise.
She
We've
is.
seen that before.
I'm sure of it.
Alright, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
So the impression I'm getting currently is that essentially the choice of either releasing them from the chains or killing them comes down to whether or not you want this to be part of the greater whole. Since it's all fragmented, it seems. Well, fuck it, send it.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I'm gonna check upstairs, maybe the key's still lying around there, maybe not sense. And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas besides me cutting you out of here?
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
Yeah, alright.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance.
Well, I mean, we've proven
If we were
that that's
stuck
the
down here
case.
for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Well, we've
You try
done
the
this
door.
song and
You're
dance
here
before.
to slay. Your shouts and pleas. I'll repeat myself once again.
Alright, back down we go.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Probably not, but I won't know until I do it. Now will I?
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
One of these days we'll get you out without chopping your arm off.
She didn't so much
Maybe.
as utter a sound.
Who knows?
Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye.
Well, you know, I mean on like the first run
How
through.
is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even...
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Alright, let's get to the locked
we won't
door.
have any of that.
And
The
here we
stakes are
go
too
again.
high. As the princess approaches the bottom step... Wait, this isn't fair. You can't watch me.
Yay, might want to watch out.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
No, I don't like doing this
The blade.
ever.
Move the blade.
Go ahead and pick it up. We're gonna go through this.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
Well, I get the feeling you're gonna do it way quicker than the other one, so
She steps
go for it.
forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Perhaps.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
Probably do it pretty well.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it?
No, it's just the start.
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Use the knife and watch. I gotta figure that she just fucking parries that shit and kills me.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
As it always is. Oh, you bastard. You're in for neon. What's your tricks?
Tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time.
No homo, give it to her. What? The knife? Or my peanuts?
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth.
Nope, here we go. We got the
There's got to
skeptic
be
this
a way
time.
out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as
Nah,
far
we
as
just gotta
trying to
die
help
and then
her
you won't know.
goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Both. You give it to her after you give her the knife. She can't resist afterwards. Alright, let's just go to the cabin. We already fucking... Well, actually, no, because the skeptic's with us this time. Maybe there's some more dialogue.
The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess. You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting. But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
He's
Sure
no
you
lie
are.
there.
Yeah, there we go, skeptic.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything?
Alright, bitch.
If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions
Hey, I
last
mean,
time around
fair's
didn't have
fair.
any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely, if it's the
Right,
latter,
yeah.
do you think the people there lived happily ever after?
He
Or
doesn't lie,
do you
at
think that
least.
the princess, left unhindered,
What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are.
Here we
You're
are
talking in
indeed.
circles.
No, I'm talking in facts.
Let's talk about
Just
the
be quick about
princess. How she would slit my throat. How is she supposed to end the world?
She just
It is.
can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you.
What were you saying, Blue?
Oh, I was gonna say, it is interesting that a lot of this dialogue right now is very similar, but it's the context that's changed. Like, for instance, that initial conversation you had with the princess. That was almost the exact same conversation, but it was different fundamentally because you brought the knife that time instead of not taking it.
Right.
You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right?
What proof could you possibly ask for? Literally anything. Fine. Check your pockets.
Alright. Check my pocket.
You put your hands in your pockets and pull out an envelope with the words
The evidence.
evidence written across the front. Within, you find a note in your handwriting. It reads, "The princess will end the world if you don't stop her. This is an immutable truth."
That doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting?
This can't be mine because I don't know what the word immutable means.
I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes. Please just trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side.
Sure you are.
You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us to?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Because you not doing what I tell you to do means you're putting the world at risk. I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get.
Who locked her in the basement? What is this
People
place?
locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
I'm not exactly a people. If people locked her away, why didn't they slay her?
Look.
Prophecy. Special.
course you-
Yeah.
Yes. Right. We're here because we're special.
Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here. But we're all in this together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now, so please just get to the cabin. I've told you everything you need to know. Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about...
Alright.
Great.
Let's go to the cabin.
A warning. Before you go
Alrighty.
any further, she will lie.
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
Did you just say wink out loud?
No, I didn't.
Wink.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Alright, into the cabin.
Let's go.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A
Well,
few
that's not
pathetic
foreboding.
wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade.
There is
perched on
no
its
mirror
edge.
in the dungeon.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want.
Alright, let's just go ahead and get to the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a...
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against, but there was a mirror, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Alright, very different.
Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely. Now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
Don't need the blade.
I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation, and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon.
Are you sure? She killed us with it last time. What if she turns it against us again?
Yes, I'm sure, and I've already got a plan for that.
I'm sure you do, mate.
Still with those past life delusions, are we? I hope part of that plan is don't give the world any monstrosity your only weapon, because unless you've decided to arm the princess, I don't think you need to worry about her having a weapon.
Peachy, we'll be fine.
Okay. I'm trusting you.
Am I still alive?
Hello.
Hello, Liz.
Hello.
Are you still alive?
Because I was sure Discord would have booted me by now.
Discord.
My dad, I got a call, and apparently I had to run down the street like an hour 30 and then come back. We'll spend another 30 there because I had to help him fix a fucking flat down the road.
Jesus.
I'm glad it was, at least within running distance and not, I don't know, on the fucking freeway, but it's neither here nor there.
Yeah, I mean, everything good now?
Yeah, everything's alright. We managed to get here. He always keeps a spare in the back anyway.
Gotcha.
Well, welcome back.
Hello.
It's gotten interesting.
Roundabouts, where did you tap out?
I think right before you ended your your part 3 of your first 3-parter.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so we're on our second.
Yeah, I was there at the middle part, the end of the pathway where you walk the other way like all the time, and then the cabins were everywhere.
So we went we went to Simp route after that, and that was interesting.
We got a very interesting and emotional extension to that one.
I mean, I've played this game a bunch, so.
Oh, Humo is not holding up well.
Yeah, it got some misty eyes out of Iron.
It was a very emotional ending.
I'll be sure to watch back and get some of that.
Hey, what the frig? What about me?
Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go.
Wonderful. You do exactly that, sweeping the blade from the table before proceeding to the basement. Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it. No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on.
Skeptic really did say, I'm not going down in the dungeon without a knife.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her
So
voice,
you say.
harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us? You walk down
Damn.
the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
They really did not like your ass this time.
The heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. So much for cutting her out of here. Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table.
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
That was there last time too, wasn't it?
It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just going to leave her here. Nah, we'll take a seat.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Fair enough.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
But what if I just sat closer? Nah, sit closer.
Do you think this is a game? Do you think these chains take away my say in things?
Do they?
As you move towards the princess, she stands, her chains clinking as she wraps them around her fists. In an instant, they're around your neck, both of you dropping to the ground. She pulls them taut, bracing her body against yours as you struggle uselessly.
It was a prank!
The metal chains constrict around your windpipe as the princess heaves with a muscled intensity.
Drop the knife or you die.
What's she doing? We weren't trying to attack her. I can see where she might have gotten the wrong idea. She doesn't have much agency here. Would we have trusted her if the roles were reversed?
I don't know. How about we think about the nuances of interpersonal relationships when we're not being strangled? How many times did I warn you she's not to be trusted? But while strangulation can be very distracting, she's not armed, and you have your pristine blade. End her before she ends you.
Alright. We're dropping the blade. Calm your shit.
As your weapon falls pathetically to the floor, the princess releases you from her stranglehold, shoving you away with a swift kick. Your hands test the bruised flesh of your neck as you regain your senses, watching with a dazed expression as the princess snatches up the blade.
That wasn't so hard, was it?
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly, as she raises the blade to her throat.
You can stay right where you are for this next part.
What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own.
Well.
No.
Watch in uneasy silence.
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she saws through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that?
Huh. So that's her play. Killing herself? She isn't dead yet.
Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet. Oh no, what did we do?
Put it back on!
Please.
Tie the bow back! Tie the bow back!
The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
Huh. So I guess
Good job,
that's
Yuma.
it. What a way to go. But she is gone, isn't she?
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
Now hold on, she's dead. So what's the rush? What's your angle?
I don't have an angle. I'm just looking forward to putting all this behind us. I'm sure you can understand that.
Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp. She wouldn't have done all that without some kind of a reason. She's left us with this dangling thread, and I need to know why.
You're just wasting your energy. The danger has passed, and now we can all relax and enjoy your reward.
Don't you want a reward?
I'm taking the princess with me.
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin.
Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
She didn't. She's dead.
But what if she's not?
Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it.
This was the long
You
play.
open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
So no head.
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Well played.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen, but it's already...
Over? Is he gone?
But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you.
Yeah, you gave me that half wink before you chopped your head off. I knew what was going on.
So,
I got you, baby girl.
This is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
The question now is, which end do you use? Foul!
Dog.
I do kind of want to reload, though, and see what sitting further away does.
Normally, yeah, but...
Which we
not
can
about
just skip through all this, so... Sit with her. Sit where you're told to sit.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
I do know that like this
Now,
variant
what are your intentions for me?
has a lot of different ways it can go.
I figure. I've been here before, am I the only one who remembers that?
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
It's complicated things how, exactly?
Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
A contingency for what?
For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just... good luck.
Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles.
I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
That's pathetic.
I never said I wasn't.
Ooh, vulnerability.
I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright?
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, You need to accept that.
I won't.
Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
The fucking voices in my head are really loud right now. Just give me a minute. You were asking about my intentions earlier. What do you mean by that?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, and I don't see any keys in your hands either. So I'm afraid my only way out is another surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck?
Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her.
Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
Very so. What happened after I died last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows?
I'd believe it.
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
The other chain on the wall, who's it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory.
But what if I did, though?
We chained up
Inspect the
I
shackle.
wouldn't do that if I were you.
And why is that?
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle, and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
I don't know. Maybe it will.
He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
But what if he's telling the truth?
He isn't.
I am.
Inspect the shackle.
Okay.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next.
What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad?
Yeah.
Yes, it's bad.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck. And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
I think she looks more pissed off.
Excuse me?
She's just like, bro, did you really do that?
Yes? Are we stuck here now?
At least we're not alone.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now?
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
That's horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch?
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
So we're both stuck here.
Yep.
Did you know this was gonna happen to me?
No.
Not one for small talk, are you?
Nope.
All right then.
That's rude.
What do you think we should do now? All
You
right.
and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything.
This is so boring.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent.
At least the world is safe.
It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
How exactly does that work?
It just does.
But
your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again.
And let me guess, the cabin remains the same. If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there, but then they get larger and larger.
You notice the basement changing?
I don't like small talk, remember?
Still rude.
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass and pass, until suddenly there are no walls. And then... And?
I think he's gone.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Interesting. Okay.
So which one do you like more?
I've never gotten that ending either.
Good.
Let me run it back
nice
here.
Try, but I won't. Specifically because you...
Oh. Okay, the forgetting it. Got it. I think I'm just gonna leave you explore. What would you have me do?
Let me borrow that knife. Don't worry, you'll get it back.
That's ominous.
But she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's doing.
Oh please, she's just putting on an act to disarm you. That much should be obvious. In case you need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your only weapon.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
That doesn't sound great. What about the pros?
Let me guess, there are none.
There are none.
Oh, crazy.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Let's see here. trusting you. If you want to leave, I'm going to be the one with the weapon. Deal with it. Cut her out on your own. I think I'm just going to leave you. I can cut you.
The last time we met, your body tried to kill me.
All right.
If you take a
fair
moment
play.
to imagine yourself in my position, I think you'll understand why letting you near me with that thing is untenable. So, be a good bird and hand it over. And if being nice isn't enough motivation, well, I think you're aware that I'm not afraid to resort to violence. If you come near me with that thing, I will strangle you with these chains.
She doesn't beat around the bush, does she? Yes, it's almost like she's a fundamentally bad person who wishes to inflict pain on others.
Or it's another bluff.
No hard feelings, of course, but you should be aware of my position.
If you don't give up now, then I have no choice but to slay you. And then I assume
Slide it over.
sliding over the knife just leads us to the
Absolutely
one
not.
ending.
I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place.
I see.
Tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you?
Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right?
Oh, worried.
Yeah!
Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you?
A little. I think you got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
She pulls up her hair. What is she doing?
And we've been here. And then take princess with you, leave the cabin, claim your
You
reward.
open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved.
I like how the audio just keeps going there, huh? Okay, so it just does come down to, it looks like right now, either let her cut her head off and bring that with you, or let the world just decay until naturally you're freed.
There is also keeping her shackled.
Yeah. Where you just leave, I'm assuming.
Yeah. You do also get changes of events if you go in without the knife and then go back for it.
Right, I would figure that would be the case. Alright, personally, I kind of like the, this one here. So we're going to inspect the shackle and let this one ride out.
Nope.
You and the princess.
Okay. But you do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now? But it feels so bad.
You're right.
Okay.
Feels too good.
Approach the mirror. Approach the mirror, gaze into your reflection. Sounds as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see how it. You've withered. Find yourself in a long quiet once again. So, okay, I'm curious. Is there like a epilogue for each one of these princesses if you do a certain, like, step-by-step process?
How do you mean?
Well, okay, so like the first princess we had, outside of the one that we fucking killed, we had the happily ever after ending or whatever, right?
Right, where they all get absorbed?
Well,
You're
no,
talking like an epilogue of post-absorption?
no.
He's
I
talking
mean,
about the chapters, chapter
Yeah.
1, 2, and then
the epilogue.
romance one had the epilogue.
Right.
whereas The other
Yeah.
ones that ended at chapter 2.
Yes, those ended for very specific reasons.
I would imagine the epilogue thing is probably part of Pristine. I don't.
No, you would get an epilogue typically if they didn't get absorbed before the epilogue.
Yeah, but just what I was getting at is the whole thing of, are you
You're asking if
guaranteed
they-
to hit the epilogues, or are they only under certain conditions?
Most routes have an epilogue.
Okay.
The conditions that you met for not getting them was because you were specifically fighting, even participating.
Most routes have a chapter 3. The epilogue from Damsel is its unique chapter 3. Well, I guess that's what I mean, because I feel like we've ended this one short. Am I right in that assumption?
They might be unique to certain routes. It's been a little bit while since I played. All I know is that you get, depending on how soon the entity gets absorbed, you can get up to an epilogue.
Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and let this one just rock. Alright, approach.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
A thing that you'll notice is that the entities get absorbed typically after they either find a way out of the building, or you have gotten them to their personality peak.
You always get unique dialogue, whether you get chapter 2 or 3 Princess at the final encounter.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
There's a big thing to notice about the endings before the princesses are taken. How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
I have no opinion one way or the other. I just want to stop. Yes, you're torturing me. I hate you. I hate you. If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you.
This is a game about love, Humor.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is determined, but also cautious. One that would rather let the world move around her than move it herself. She will make for a patient heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Have you figured out what you'll want when we're finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
Do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
How many more vessels?
We will know when we near our destination.
Alright, well, I'm gonna do save here because I'm curious real quick if the dialogue changes based off of, you know, obviously chopping her head off versus not. I assume it would.
I did
Normally,
look
yeah, but
at some
not
stuff,
about this.
and I think maybe that one, the smitten ending, is just the one that might have an epilogue.
Gotcha. Okay, so we're gonna do it this way. Sit with her, sit closer, drop it, watch, take the princess, leave. And then we're gonna go through this real quick.
But it feels so bad. You're right. Okay. Feels.
Gaze into the reflection, withered, proceed.
Yeah, depending on
approach her.
certain actions you take too.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction.
Okay, and then we've got a different look
a
here
mass
now.
of tides ebbing and all of me is changing.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart.
Okay, patient versus clever heart.
Do not mourn her.
Alright. Let's reload from here. And then if we were
I
ready
will
to go
be
back,
here
it would send
when it
us
is
right
time
back
for
to
us to meet
the
again.
start of the forest, right? The hero and the princess.
You're on a path
Alright.
in the woods, and at the end of that path
Ooh.
is a cabin.
So you're
And in
about
the
at the
basement of that
halfway mark
cabin
in terms of
Is
endings.
a princess.
I was gonna say, it's probably a good idea to go ahead and end it there. We're almost at 4 hours.
Hmm.
So I'll drop a quick save here. Yeah, that's woof.
Good game.
What are your thoughts so far?
Very strong opening, where killing got me to the crayon ending, the joke ending, where hey, we're done, we won, yippee. Good thing I got that out of the way first, so that way I kind of not distracted by it.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously after that we got the early.
I'm not gonna play along, Andy.
The early show of oh, there's a lot at play here, huh?
Mm-hmm.
The entity
got Hiram immediately.
Yeah, wasn't like, oh, let's just go to like talk to the princess. It's like, oh, we're already getting a taste of the otherworldly shit here.
Yep.
Which I think helped
the
color how I was interacting with everything.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about the voices?
You mean like the voice
the
acting,
extras
or
that you? No, like, well, just more so how like certain actions get you more voices.
Oh, I like it. It adds to like the second day, absolutely, because it gives you kind of context for what happened on the first day. And the fact that, let me see how to put this. We're providing the experiences and everything to the entity based off of like these different fractures of the princess, but at the same time we're kind of adding to ourself based off the fractures of our own character and how chapter or like the chapter ones go. And we're
kind of.
Go ahead.
It's like she had said, you both are similar to each other. Yeah,
we're both growing based off of our interactions. So it's interesting. There's actually 2 non-endings, which is the I'm going to keep turning around ending after meeting the entity. Oh, just saying I refuse to participate. But yeah, no, and then the obviously the happy ending fucked me up pretty bad.
Quite the emotional beatdown.
Yeah, I which is why like after like that kind of fucking uppercut, I was a little confused that the second princess ended as early as it did, because I didn't know if it was like, did I fuck up something and like there's more to it or not?
No,
but,
it's just what you do.
Yeah, I think that was just something they added to that route specifically, and maybe a couple other ones.
Yeah, more of like an exceptional case type deal, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, certain like that's the thing. Certain routes are longer than others. Certain are shorter than others.
Mm-hmm.
There is a chapter 3 to the Headless Princess. Okay.
Oh yeah, so I think the epilogue might be just unique to that one route, but there are some cases where you get a chapter 3 in some of the routes.
Okay.
Because I know in my route, I got something very special that happened in mine that you didn't see. With Page version.
I see. I guess it just comes down to like how, like there's no wrong way to do it or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah, there's
I
a lot
got
of choices.
2 very dramatic splinterings from what you've done with her, and you have done stuff that I haven't seen with her.
So, just one of those things that you just let it ride. Which kind of goes against like the philosophy that like a lot of games have, where it's like the correct path is seeing everything as soon as you can. Or at least that's how I'm usually encouraged to play games.
Right.
So when you feel like
this game is a psych test.
Right. It's one of those things where like when you feel like you've done something wrong, you feel the need to retread steps. I mean, even with that, right? I was curious as to what the alternative would be, so I went back and replayed it and got the chains. Yeah. Otherwise, I would have had the headless. But then again, there is a bit of it to where like I am on stream, so obviously I'm going to take the funny option. But you know,
I'm not sure, but I think Stanley Parable people worked on this.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me in this.
Stanley Parable is a game that I would play had I not already seen just about everything that's related to it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Didn't it get like a remaster at some point?
It did.
It got like extended cuts, yeah.
I actually watched a friend play like the first hour of that, I think, when it came out. But that's about as much as I've watched of the Stanley Parable.
Well, I mean, stream-wise, obviously, like I said, we're gonna end it off here since we're about skirting towards the 4-hour mark. Let me check the schedule. I don't think I had anything locked in just yet. Unless I'm fucking tripping. Looks at the freaking epic schedule. Yeah, no, I didn't have anything locked in. So I figure probably in the next couple days we'll do another part 2 of Slay the Princess. I'm enjoying my time with it, and if we're at the halfway mark and we can get it in like another stream, would be a very good thing to do. Just because, again, this it seems like everything's building off of each other towards the ultimate goal and how you kind of form everything with the entity. So it would be good to see the payoff for everything we've done thus far. But whether or not that's tomorrow or over the weekend just kind of depends. I'll see kind of like what everything is going on. I don't know if we're gonna do another like fucking 7-day stream or if I'm just gonna leave that and just keep doing that offline or what. But yeah, things will be figured out in the next couple days. But yeah, anybody who's in chat, lurking or otherwise, hope you had a good time listening on to me quote unquote slay the princess. And yeah, I'll see you either tomorrow or Saturday. Until then, take care.
Slay queen.
Yeah, bye bye.
Good night.
Bye bye.
Good night, everyone.